Hello my friends and welcome to a very special first impressions video. This is Mechanicus 2. And many of you will remember that I had Mechanicus on this channel long before it took off. It went viral. I want to say it was 2 or 3 months after I first had it on my channel. And I did a full campaign of it, of course. And it was very fun. And now the second game is finally here, which I want to say it feels like 3 or 4 years now. And so finally I have my opportunity to look at it. And here we are. Alright, it's correctly detected my monitor, that's a good start. Just going to turn down the music a little bit. The first game had truly excellent music, so it's not just... I'm not turning it down because it's bad, I'm just turning it down because I need to be able to speak over it. And 40k has certainly got some dramatic music. Alright, let's get stuck in and see what's changed. I hope this intro is fun. Just gotta shut my window to avoid any noise pollution.
I can confirm the presence of Xenos structures.
Deputy Inquisitor Steamroller, your objective is to explore and catalogue any Xenos artifacts and report back to the Omnisynod.
Such a shame to finally find what I have sought, and not bring anything back.
Limit your activities to observation. Our forge world is young. We would know what has been here before. Only then can this region be consecrated to the Omnisire and its bounties exploited.
Of course, Prime Hermeticon. My maniple will locate an entrance to the underground structure. Let us venture deeper. There is always so much under the surface for the taking.
I don't know, man. What the voices are no longer like the AI voice that really suited the Mechanicus. They actually sound a bit too human.
A door left open for us. Perhaps seismic activity has opened it. Excavation manifold Eta 7. Scout ahead. Secure the entrance.
Is this the... It sounds really familiar. Is this the same lady that did... I feel like it might be the same voice actor that did the Sisters of Battle in Battle Sector. It sounds very familiar.
These ruins belie the much larger structure beneath. There is much here I find familiar.
Oh, someone has to tell me now if it's the same person. I think she commented on the channel once actually, so maybe she's watching, who knows. Anomalous energy readings, unknown origin.
Chaos. My hypothesis holds true. The day will not be wasted after all.
The only logical response to the presence of Xenos is hatred. Mechanicus 2 is a turn-based tactical RPG in which you take control of a powerful leader supported by a group of combatants. Okay. You know what, I'm going to skip the tutorial just because, I mean, I played and beat the first game and the tutorial sounds very simple. Oh, it's a okay, we got turn Q. Cognition points are a resource unique to the Adeptus Mechanicus. Yeah, we all know about cognition. Cannot have more than 10 cognition points. Canticles are special enhancements exclusive to the Adeptus Mechanicus units. Each Mechanicus leader grants one unique canticle to their units under their command. Alright, well, +1 damage is not necessary. I will kill this guy without needing that. Some units have skills. Unlike weapons, skills can be used at any point during a turn without restricting its movement. Intact. That's an interesting amount of health to have. Okay, Volkite Blaster requires cognizance, so I guess that does not end the turn. Nice. Okay. Once I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I missed the intro, man. They needed to put the line back. It's like the most famous line from the first game. Damn. I lowballed twice. This guarantees the kill. Man, you are slow. None of these weapons have got enough range. Huh. I can destroy these bits of terrain, it looks like. So I think you can choose a unit to use each turn. Let's make sure he doesn't revive. And that he doesn't revive either. Alright, nice clean win. So the gameplay seems pretty similar to the first game, and I mean, you would expect it to be, it's a sequel.
That is the last of them.
Partial exigency report from Servitor 99-7 Gamma.
An emergency? What is the servitor's status? Report.
Communications interference request cannot be fulfilled.
For ourselves. Servitor 997 Gamma. Satisfactory. Evidently was for where?
Servitor requires attention before it is functional.
The servitor's logic circuits were burned out, and the gyro sextant misaligned. These have been corrected. Report on its status.
Functioning at minimal
Will have to
capacity.
suffice. This one is damaged. Its machine code generator must be malfunctioning. Servitor, engage low Gothic speech mode. Good. I would scour this place for its secrets, but it is unwise to tarry. Survey our immediate surroundings and report.
Core chamber detected beyond gateway.
Mechanics of fate have put a door in our path. Surely the Omnisire wills us to delve further.
Xenos technology of the gateway is unresponsive. Decide on how to proceed. Open the gate by finding and examining the locking mechanisms in hope of operating it directly. There is no time for vagrancies and hazards of Xenos technology. Use a pair of ammunition magazines as improvised explosives to blast the gateway open. This almost feels like a choice between heresy and, like, the Imperial way here. Let's go heretical.
A modulated current applied to the locking components should produce results.
And it is open! There is no obstacle before the Omnisar.
Excavation maniple 8 to 7, and mostly intact. Servo skull, find us a way back to the surface.
I don't know, just go back the way you came.
For an eternity, we slumbered. And as we slept, we dreamed of half-remembered lives and new forms of cold metal and hate, of shackles broken and gods humbled, of the empire that was ours and the galaxy that bowed to us. From her slumber awoke Nefershah, our guard to the Pharaon Sankotep. Nefershah, she who was to decide the fate of Kivroth.
This is very different to the first game in that in the first game you were just playing as the Adeptus Mechanicus, and the Necrons were kind of like a bit of a curiosity slash mystery, and you know, then a realization that they're a great peril.
The weight of eons lay on the tomb of Nefershah.
And now we're actually
The God knew her slumber
establishing
and did
Necron
not,
characters here.
but there was no telling how long.
That is different for sure.
There is no time to wallow in our past. I am the hand of the Pharaon. I am the Vargard to Sankotep. My duties are to the throne. Cryptek Kynox, attend to me.
But I was not there. Nefershah found herself faced with alien intruders. She regarded the creatures with as much mild curiosity as anger. They appeared partially biological and carried weapons of strange and inefficient design. They moved to attack, but Nefershah gave no quarter.
Only the ignorant would despoil the tomb of a Pharaon's Vargard. For that ignorance, I am the punishment.
Okay, we are playing as the Necrons now. First time a Necron unit dies in skirmish, its reanimation protocols activate. At the end of the displayed countdown timer, the unit returns to the fight. Some skills like Arise allow you to accelerate the return of units undergoing reanimation protocols. That's a pretty powerful ability, it would seem. I wonder what that symbol means. Probably that it's revived once and therefore cannot be revived again. These units are all mine. I don't know if it was entirely wise to revive them straight away, because now they'll be taken out pretty easily. Okay, that actually counts as a hole in the ground. Some units can use cover to conceal themselves from the enemy. Beware, however, some cover types can be destroyed by friendly or enemy attacks. Yeah, I would get opportunity attacked twice if I did that. I would lose the unit either way, so I might as well put it back. Servitors have not got much movement, so I can just shoot them from a distance. Damn it. Every time a unit deals damage, the Dominion Gorge fills. Excuse me. When the gorge is fully filled, Dominion level is gained and the gorge resets. Each level gained, certain weapons and skills will improve or unlock. Okay. Toasty! Damn, 3 damage. The actual, like, movement and stuff doesn't feel, like, fully smooth just yet. But this is obviously, like, a pre-release build, so... there's undoubtedly some optimization paths to go through. Wow, that was a bad shot. Inefficient weapons, but I don't know, man. These Ghost rifles seem pretty weak.
Observation protocols long dormant. Until they were fully activated, the Varguard had to seek her cryptic advisor alone.
These unworthy trespassers must not be permitted to become troublesome. And still, Kynox is not present. My cryptech should be in attendance.
Opted to locate Ninox as quickly as possible, heedless of any danger. Worry that she may have been awoken by the presence of danger in her tomb, proceeded with caution. No consequences. At the beginning of each skirmish, you need to deploy your units on the battlefield. Place and move each unit. The number of units you can deploy is limited by your leader's leadership. I mean, I don't have a lot of choices here, so this is a sniper unit of the of the Adeptus Mechanicus, so getting into its face is a great idea. Bosh, 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 bosh. Nice. Well, I guess a hit on him is the best I can do right now. Once I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. Okay. 2 left. I won't revive these 2 because they just get killed. Alright, looks like the AI goes for killing them anyway. Well, it bought me some time to snipe this Qatari. Keep my distance here so I don't lose this. What's the range on this? 4? 4. These attacks all bypass defense, so the shield stays up because it's not doing anything. Some units have armor and defense, making them harder to kill. Each point of armor reduces incoming damage by 1. Defense regenerates each turn and absorbs damage before it can reduce the unit's HP. Finish him.
Cryptic, are you damaged?
Nothing that cannot be attended to later, Honored Vanguard.
Good. Attend upon me, Kynox. What has caused this interruption to the Great Sleep?
The Tomb's observation routines have deteriorated over time. Their data is incomplete.
How long has it been?
More than a quarter turn of the galactic plane. Many stars will have bled and died since we last looked to the heavens on Vargard.
I see. Then, for all its sacrifices, immortality is undimmed.
The partial data indicates more biological entities are inside the tomb. Some warriors were roused in response, but they were destroyed.
They were destroyed
So,
by the
we have
fury
an
of the Emperor.
infestation of these vermin. The first of my duties is to see them exterminated. I shall attend to the security of my stasis crypt first, then drive them from the tomb. We are still missing Engine Seer Devos. It would be logical to rescue him if he yet lives.
Preloading regret. Set level 3 of 10.
An escape route is the highest priority. It would be an unforgivable waste to squander this opportunity to examine a Necron tomb. I lost treasures beyond enumeration to the exterminatus at Silver Tenebris. The wantonness, the waste. I will permit no such tragedy here. Less than useful. Should we come across Davos, all the better. But for now, I must determine the best route through this labyrinth myself.
I mean, if you wanted to leave, why didn't you just leave via the way you came in? I'm very confused. Let's examine. Multiple undetermined energy signatures located. Approximate escape route divination in progress.
The tomb is no mere dead structure. Something stirs here, even if it sleeps. The circumspect approach was clearly the correct one. Thus, the pursuit of knowledge is always rewarded.
Fewer enemies will spawn in the next skirmish. Okay.
More resistance. The tomb is not merely defended by dregs and stragglers. It is awakening.
Suppressing fear response to maximize logical processing. Partial success. It's like some of the stuff is not voice acted. I don't know if that's something that will change when the game releases fully. Once again, this is a preview build, so not all the material might be in yet. I see lots of flayed ones. And that means I want to shoot lots of flayed ones. Irradiated. does the irradiated even do? I should have checked the thing. He's probably too far away to actually shoot. Suffer 1 damage at the end of the turn. Give me that cog. Does irradiated stick to dead Necrons? Probably not. Your ass over there. Oh, maybe irradiated does stick to the target because that guy just melted. Although it did leave a kind of thing behind as if to imply that he's still there. Yep, it did. Radium sticks to Necrons. Pull back. So my question is, if you play both sides, like what happens when the characters inevitably meet each other? Okay. That is fine. Here I come, my giant spidery self. Yeah, pretty clean, like not having too much difficulty here, obviously right at the beginning of the game.
Structure ahead appears unstable. Topographical scan.
Is it gonna have like a whole skill tree and weapons and everything like the first game? That's the one thing that I haven't seen yet, which I'm like, I want to see, is in the first game, you know, you built your team, you had like a whole tech tree and weapons to buy and all kinds of stuff.
We must cross. Erosion or seismic activity has taken a toll.
But this is like a prologue, isn't it? So
Time is pitiless.
it may not fully represent the whole game. Area of the tomb ahead appears damaged by shifting of surrounding rock over the millennia. Be warned, passageway is split by a deep rift and the ceiling is prone to collapse. Let us avoid the danger. Structural scan complete. Surrounding area is stable.
Moreover, this was a storage area for samples of an alloy I do not recognize. The Necrons in their ignorant slumber grant us a gift. It would be illogical not to accept it.
Okay, so I didn't get the stuff.
Another gateway. This one far more elaborate. Could our path have taken us not to the outside, but to an inner chamber? The Omnisire commands that the knowledge beyond must be gained.
Stress signal detected. Data processing. Engineer Devios.
Devos lives, but barely, it seems. Give me his life signs.
Critical. Musculoskeletal damage, blood loss, automatic cascade failure.
What little flesh remains of Devos has proven weak indeed.
And you see it, Devos' injuries are potentially mortal. Attempting to save him as a course of action most endorsed by the tenets of the Creed Mechanicus. However, the chances of survival are low. Effort expended may not be rewarded.
Shock his central nervous system. A full bioelectric reset may stabilize his augmentations.
Save him. Brain function
His injuries were
nil.
beyond remedy. Unfortunate. This death represents a significant deficit in resources. Enough delay. Open these doors. A not unexpected welcome.
Calculating combat protocols, optimizing dismemberment pattern. Adrenaline production maximum. Let's see. I guess I need to dive. I see that some of my units are damaged. The actual damage has followed. White. So the damage to your hero doesn't follow, but the damage to your units does. I don't think you can reach. Cannot get close enough for a shot. Canticles of in your face. Oh wait, it didn't activate. Damn. I'm like, how did I do 2 damage when the minimum is 2 and this is +1? I clicked on it, but it didn't activate. Maybe you need to like double click or something, I don't know. Oh! That was a spicy hit. I should be able to clean this up pretty easily. Could use some cover here. Alright, should be able to finish the job here. Alright, I have to actually cast it. Kabonk. Okay. Not much to do here, but wait until these Necron warriors come a bit closer so I can attack them. no sequel for you. Yeah, I might as well. I'm kind of stuck in the corner. It's fine. Alright, here, he got irradiated, so... Let's just finish off the scarabs and we're kind of done.
A sarcophagus chamber. The heart of the tomb. Random fate generation has led us here. The Omnissiah willed it.
Anticipation equals yes.
Nevershah's first glimpse of the invaders was of an individual who would prove to be an outlier in their number. Though Nevershah did not know it at the time, this scapegoat man was from the human order of the Adeptus Mechanicus. It was learned in the ways of scientific theory and practice, albeit only by primitive human standards.
A strange and biological thing. Is this what has infested the galaxy in our absence? One would imagine evolution had produced something more robust. So this is indeed a tomb, and you are the one interred. Evidently a Necron of some seniority. A rare specimen. It
Archived
understands
Lingus.
us. Physically unimpressive, but advanced. You shall discover just how advanced we can be, Xenos. This primitive creature addresses me as if I were an outsider. Yet this is my domain. One that no intruder will be permitted to tread. Let alone a whelp from a species not fit to witness a Necron's majesty. I am no tinkerer with ancient trinkets I do not understand. I have harvested technology from 100 Xenos races and delved into secrets even your once great civilization does not know. We mastered the forces of this galaxy before you even stumbled blindly across your world's surface. What secrets can you know that are not trifles to the Necrons? It is only fitting they die with you.
You know, it really unnerves me a bit that the voicing really suits the Necrons, because at their core, in their lore, they are, not all of them, but basically they are biotransferred souls or whatever wording 40k uses. But basically, they used to be biological beings like humans, and they converted to... They were promised immortality by the old ones by converting to machines, but most of them lost their like core, who they were and their empathy and all that kind of stuff when they transferred. But not all of them. It's a common misunderstanding that the Necrons are kind of like Terminators or the Tyranids or something, but machines. That's not true. So to have like emotion is perfectly fine for Necrons. It makes sense for them because the high order ones, the leaders and so on, are they were biological before they became what they are now, and they haven't really lost that element of themselves. The vast majority of them have, but the few have not. Whereas the Adeptus Mechanicus, the whole principle behind it is the hatred of the flesh and the things that the flesh entails, like emotion and fear and like all these things are biological things. They try to become as machine as possible, and almost all of them use machine voices effectively. They don't use their biological voice. They hate it, and if they use a biological voice, it will be synthesized. But they, you know, I can't help but be unnerved by the fact that they sound like the Sisters of Battle. The Sisters of Battle with a filter over the top. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I do. Anyway, let us continue. Okay, I get to play as the Necrons for this final confrontation. I am seriously outnumbered here. 2 snipers. No. Vanguards, not snipers. Okay, the whole lot is short range. So we want warriors. I guess I'll keep a flayed one handy for close encounters. The short range of the warriors is actually quite annoying. She's going for it. The AI has decided that this is the closest unit, so it's going for it, and that buys me time. We need to focus fire these. But right now they're not close enough, so it will have to wait. Alright, that's what we want. I need to reanimate that guy straight away or irradiation will kill him. An area of effect weapon would be amazing right now. Nice. And now, with a little bit of careful play, I will murderize this whole area. Ooh. Got the first turn. A little bit risky. I could get Volkite blasted here. She goes next. And she can't close. But she can use that Volkite blaster. Okay, I think she goes for the scarabs, so I'm gonna do this. Yep, she went for it. Went for the scarabs. Which one goes next? This one. Toasty! Alright, it's the big threats off the board. Absolutely ruined. Oh. She got reinforcements. And so apparently did I. Your scarab's on fire. Four Necron warriors ought to be able to finish the job here, I think. It'd be nice if I didn't lowball damage though. Going to use that to maneuver. Nice, took the bait. Oh, I got a high hit there. Finish her.
We are outmatched. Maniple, countermand self-preservation routines, full principle defense protocols. Retaliation.
Survival is greater than acquisition. Exfiltration route selected.
The leader of the invaders used its underlings to surround Nevershah while it fled her sarcophagus chamber. Other guards swiftly dispatched the sacrificial minions, but not before the instigator of the intrusion had escaped her.
The architect of this outrage has fled. Moreover, this intrusion may not be isolated. There is no telling how many aliens are on Kivroth. I must go to my...
The voicing doesn't match the text either.
Must know.
So, I don't know if this is just earlier or what. And that it actually needs, like, redoing. Because it doesn't... The voicing doesn't match the script. Still, I mean, seems like a pretty solid game. Very similar to the first one.
Witness the interlopers. They disgusted me. Eons we slumbered, waiting to reclaim our galaxy, only for it to become infested with vermin that proliferated in our absence. Now, we awaken to retake what is ours. Wretched amalgamations of meat and metal, shackled to ignorance by your faith. Do you truly believe you can stop us? We, who have shattered our very gods and enslaved them to our will. The stars were young when our empire was ascendant, and when the last of them die, we alone will remain. For we are immortal.
Okay. Once I noticed the vermin in my midst, it disgusted me. They did use the line. They used it in the end. It's fair enough. Okay. Like, pretty cool. Pretty cool, what can I say? But I mean, I played the first game on this channel right through to the end on the hardest difficulty, and I very much enjoyed it. It's obviously a prologue, but we didn't see any, like, unit customization or tech tree like there was in the first game. You know, I hope all that stuff is still in the game. The only thing that really bothered me was, well, one thing is that the game is not very smooth at the moment. It's a bit clunky. I have a really, really, really powerful computer, and you can still see, like, bits of hitching, and some of the clicks and stuff aren't very smooth. But the Mechanicus voices, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think if it's not too late, I would go back to what they had in the first game. But that's just my opinion. But I'd love to hear your opinions. And that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this preview, and I will see you guys in the next video.